putting it together, the difference between slope fans and alluvial fans, hopefully this sketch, as earlier shown, will help. So alluvial fans, for the most case, you find them at the base of at the base of hilly features, mountains, hills, just at that base of that uphill structure. That's where they're found. If you just highlight, see this area highlighted in cyan color. So texturally and mineralogically immature, of course, because they are close to source, not a lot of transportation or traveling has been done. So you still find a lot of angular grains, clasts, different kinds of clasts, sometimes almost same state as the original or source material, poorly sorted. So it's going to be the poorest reservoir quality you can imagine because not a lot of traveling has happened. They are usually localized, not extensive, of course, because these local slides or local mass transportation, which creates them, happens in pulses. And so each pulse creates a small amount of an alluvial deposit, which will just lay itself at the base of that hill. So they're not extensive. And of course, like we also expect, they're placed at shallow elevation, so not deeply buried, which makes them, for the most case, poor reservoir type material, because the chance of even getting buried enough to get overlain by a muddy rock or seal rock many times is remote. Most times it's remote. But then if you contrast that with slope fans, which are usually at the distal or basal portion of deep water, within the deep water profile, right? At the toe or basal portion of submarine slopes. Of course, because what you have in those areas, you have deposits that have traveled a much longer distance through from the shelf areas through the slope and then down to the basin floor. So a lot of cleanups, quote, has happened. So texturally and mineralogically, they are mature, which makes them good reservoir quality materials when you find them. They could be potentially extensive because along the shoreline, things move en masse sometimes in the submarine setting. So what you would say will be fan-shaped features that sometimes, because there's not a lot of space constrained, this is the open basin floor, so there's room to open up and occupy available space. So yeah, most times they're potentially extensive and they're deeply buried, of course, which puts them in a good position for or makes them they stand a better chance of being overlain by hemipelagics or deep water marine rocks, which in most cases could be very good seal rocks.